now I will start with your next topic, that is Hall effect. So all of you are aware of this particular thing, that whenever we are having different electric fields like magnetic field and electric field, and when there is presence of some charge particle there, they experience some sort of force. So let's apply that knowledge to semiconductor and see how we can use the Hall effect for particular applications. So we already know that Hall effect is the production of voltage difference, Hall voltage, across a current carrying conductor in the presence of magnetic field perpendicular to both current and magnetic field. That means, suppose you are having a conductor like this, and you have applied certain potential, then a current will flow in this. Electrons will move like this, and your current is in this direction. Current is in this direction. And if you place the same setup in some magnetic field, then we assume that this is electric field and this is your electric field, and your magnetic field is there in this direction. Fleming's left hand rule is basically there. Then accordingly your opposite plates would have some potential being developed across that. So that's Hall effect. So how we are going to use that, that is the discussion of this particular topic in this particular class. So the Hall effect was initially discovered in 1879 by Edwin Howard Hall while working on his doctoral degree at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore. And this is one of the best university as far as medical science is concerned. आप सबने इसका नाम सुना होगा, John Hopkins University. It is in USA. So its applications, Hall effect की applications कहाँ कहाँ हैं? If you have a semiconductor and you don't know what kind of semiconductor is this, then it can be known with the help of Hall effect. Then what is the carrier concentration of your particular sample? That can be done with the help of this. You can also know about the conductivity. What is the conductivity of your particle? You can also know about the mobility. So all these factors can be known with the help of Hall effect. So let's discuss Hall effect in detail. So before we start with the Hall effect, then there are so many things need to be known. So this is a experimental thing. So I will try to elaborate this with the help of entire illustration, that how we can do this experimentally. So this is determination of carrier concentration and mobility by experimenting. This is the entire thing. So let's consider a p-type and n-type semiconductors in which current and magnetic field B is applied. So whenever a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, we always know that there is some potential. So because of that, a force is being developed. And all of you know that is nothing but a Lorentz force. That force is called Lorentz force. So what is this force actually capable of? This force is pushing the charge carriers towards the back of the semiconductor. Then a static magnetic field has no effect on a charged particle unless it is moving. So when charges flow, a mutual perpendicular force is induced on the charge. That means if current is there and you place that current carrying conductor in a magnetic field, then force is induced. So because of that, what happens? Some force is there. So that force actually separates electrons and holes, and different forces are being applied on electrons and holes. So due to that, what happens? When the mobile carriers are pushed back towards the back, the front becomes depleted and the semiconductor loses its neutrality. So normally what happens? A semiconductor is electrically neutral. That means it is having electrons and holes, but it does not conduct. But if it is carrying a current, and you place that current carrying semiconductor inside a magnetic field, and because of magnetic field, what will happen? They will be separated. Electrons and holes will be separated and move towards the opposite faces. Now, there is an excess mobile charge carriers at the back and excess of opposite charge carriers due to impurity atom at the front. So that gives us what kind of semiconductor is that. So that can be illustrated with the help of diagram. So if the semiconductor is n-type, then what will happen? If the semiconductor is n-type, the electron will be in excess, and at the back surface, the surface becomes negatively charged with respect to the front. Suppose this is your sample we are talking about. It's a 3D. So if this is carrying a current and we are placing it in a magnetic field, what happens? On the one side, your electrons will be there because they are being separated under some external force. While on the other side, you will have holes. You will have holes. So this is the entire thing. This is for n-type. And because of that, what happens? A potential difference is being created. So you are having sample like this, and the current is there. You are placing it under some magnetic field. So charge separation is there. So a potential is being developed, and that potential voltage, if you measure with the help of voltmeter, is called Hall voltage between the two surfaces. So if the semiconductor is p-type, then it is opposite. On this side, holes will be there. On the opposite side, electrons will be there with respect to the front. And the polarity of Hall voltage is reverse. So whatever we are having in case of n-type semiconductor will now be reversed. So here you can see this is where we are using actually Fleming left hand rule. So your current, suppose your current is in this direction, current is in this direction. Okay. And your magnetic field is perpendicular. Magnetic field is perpendicular to current. Then your force is in this direction. Force is in this direction. So because of this, your force is in this direction. So because of that force, what happens? There will be deposition of carriers like this. So holes on one surface, electrons on other surface. This is the case for p-type semiconductor. If it is n-type semiconductor, then electrons on this and holes on this. And if we measure the voltage, then this gives us a particular voltage. So on the basis of voltage, we will know that what kind of, if this voltage is positive, we will know that this is your p-type semiconductor. And if this voltage is negative, then we know this is your n-type semiconductor. So entire thing is being decided with the help of what is the type of the carriers that are accumulating on the type of the semiconductor. So this is a very good thing which helps us to get the idea about that. If you get a semiconductor, somebody asks you how you can determine that what is the type of the semiconductor, whether it is p-type or n-type. So that can be known with the help of Hall effect. So this is the one application of your Hall effect. Now this is some mathematical thing being involved. So we already know some of the aspects, but let's discuss that in little bit detail. So electrostatic field is there, that is called EH, Hall effect related to Hall effect, and it will be oriented from the bottom to top as seen in the figure. The magnitude of this Hall field is,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah,
सर जो एन टाइप कंडक्टर्स होते हैं उनके अंदर जैसे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स दे आर इन एक्सेस, और
Yeah,
सर होल्स भी होल्स आर देयर बट इन लेस क्वांटिटी,
yeah,
तो सर
yeah.
होल्स का कुछ इफेक्ट नहीं होता उसकी वजह से फ्रंट पे?
Under the effect of magnetic field, what happens? They will align them up to the opposite four faces. Suppose this is a p-type semiconductor. So in this, what happens? More number of holes on this surface. More number of
और
holes
जो
or on this
यस
surface.
सर,
And
यस सर,
electrons are less, so they will be there. Okay. जैसे
यस
अभी
सर,
आपको सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूँ नॉर्मल से. जैसे अभी आप गए तो एक क्राउड है, 100 पीपल की क्राउड है. ओके, सो somebody asks that how many of you are having this particular qualification.
यस सर,
Okay, so they align that in this particular range and other will be there. तो under the force what happens, जो भी फोर्स क्या है कि पॉजिटिव एक तरफ हो जाएंगे, नेगेटिव एक तरफ हो जाएंगे. दैट्स ऑल. So what happens? Holes will be aligning here. So it does not mean that electrons are not there. Electrons are there. Whatsoever may be the number will align to the opposite face. So because of that difference, there is potential difference. If holes and electrons are equal, then there will be no potential difference. There will be no Hall voltage. So on the basis of this Hall voltage, we actually know what is the type of the semiconductor. If this is
यस सर,
the difference, then we know that we are getting a positive potential there. So we know that this is a p-type semiconductor. And if it is negative potential, we know that electrons in excess, that is why we are getting some potential with negative sign. So we know
यस सर.
that this is your n-type semiconductor. So this thing is clear to
सर
you?
हम सरफेस से डिटरमाइन करते हैं ना, क्योंकि अगर जब जो
It's
पॉजिटिव
actually
चार्जेस, अगर पॉजिटिव चार्जेस ज्यादा होंगे तो जो सरफेस पे नंबर ऑफ नेगेटिव चार्जेस ज्यादा हो जाएंगे,
सरफेस नहीं
तो
होता है,
वहां से डिटरमाइन.
पूरा सेटअप होता है. अभी बिकॉज ऑफ कॉपीराइट इश्यूज I cannot put all the images on your PPT. Otherwise, you can go on to this Google and Google it out. That Hall effect, semiconductor properties measurement setup. वो आपको पूरा सेटअप ही बता देंगे कैसे सेटअप लगता है इसका. ये तो सिर्फ मैंने डायग्राम बनाया हुआ है ना, तो आपको थोड़ा सा अंडरस्टैंडिंग हो जाए इसके लिए. अदरवाइज कॉपीराइट इश्यूज विल बी देयर. ओके, तो
सर ये अपने पीपीटी के अंदर नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ये अपने सरफेस पे रखे, सरफेस पे इलेक्ट्रॉन है ना सर?
ये होल्स है ना, प्लस वाले होल्स हैं. दीज आर
हाँ,
होल्स.
जो प्लस वाले होल्स हैं, बट हमें पता कैसे चल रहा है ये पी टाइप है, इलेक्ट्रॉन से पता चल रहा है ना सर?
नहीं 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 नहीं, आपने क्या किया है, ये सैंपल है. सैंपल को हमने पहले करंट था, उसको हमने मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में रख दिया. अब मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में रखा तो क्या हुआ, अंडर सम फोर्स क्या हुआ, ये चार्जेस सेपरेट आउट हो गए. होल्स एक तरफ आ गए, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एक तरफ आ गए. अब इसके अक्रॉस हमने प्रोब लगाई हुई है ये, और प्रोब में फिर मेजरमेंट आ रही है. क्योंकि ये पी टाइप था, तो पी टाइप में वी नो दैट more number of electron holes are there, so they align on this surface, electrons align on the other surface. So because of that, what happens, there will be some positive potential here. So from potential we know that this is a p type semiconductor. और आपके वोल्टेज भी आ गई, तो वोल्टेज आप फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं कि होल की कंसेंट्रेशन क्या है. अगर ये एन टाइप होता तो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ज्यादा आते और होल्स कम आते, तो नेगेटिव पोटेंशियल
ज्यादा नेगेटिव होता.
ठीक है.
ओके सर.
ओके, so now we know this thing, that your force is equal to BQB, where V is your electric field, magnetic field, V is your drift velocity, and Q is charge of electron. And also force is equal to QE. Q is electron charge and E is your electric field. ये मालूम है आपको दोनों फोर्सेस. तो जब भी आप किसी भी सिस्टम की बात करें, सिस्टम ट्राई टू बी इन इक्विलिब्रियम. सो दो फोर्सेस जो हैं वो इक्विलिब्रियम में आ गई हैं. कौन कौन सी? मैग्नेटिक फील्ड और इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. दोनों फोर्सेस इक्विलिब्रियम में आ गई हैं. और हम जानते हैं कि आपकी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड क्या होती है. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज इक्वल टू पोटेंशियल ओवर डिस्टेंस. पोटेंशियल ओवर डिस्टेंस. सपोज दिस इज योर सैंपल एंड यू आर अप्लाइंग some potential V across this, and the length of this sample is L. Then what is electric field? V by L. So here your potential is VH, Hall potential. If you look at the sample, this is the potential is VH, and H is your thickness of the sample. So this gives you electric field. So electric field is being given by VH over H. So we substitute this electric field here. We already know sample thickness, and we also know that your drift velocity is equal to mobility into electric field. So what is electric field? Electric field is V and length of the sample. So here we have applied potential V across this, and L is the length of the sample. So we substitute here and solve it. You will get your mobility is equal to V by L. Mobility is equal to V by L into mu1. So solving it and substituting the values from the equations above, what we will get? You will get expression like this. Now, this is being used to know the mobility. आप mobility कैसे measure कर सकते हैं? From here you can measure the mobility. Mobility is equal to, drift velocity is equal to mobility into V by L. So if drift velocity is known to you and V is known to you, you can find out mobility. And if you want to measure the concentration, then this expression obtained from here can be used to measure the concentration or density of the electrons in the material, where V is your magnetic field, J is your current density, H is your Hall force, Hall voltage, potential, and Hall coefficient, we can say Hall coefficient. Q is your charge, E is your charge, and V is your Hall voltage. So substituting this values, and this Hall coefficient is basically thickness of your sample. So we substitute this value and you can easily find out the density of electrons. So this is how we actually discussed about Hall voltage, that Hall effect, that we can use Hall effect to know whether sample is P type or N type. We can also use Hall effect to calculate the drift velocity. We can know the mobility, and we can also know about the concentration. So this can be used to measure the mobility of the sample, that what is the mobility of the carriers inside the sample. This can be used to measure your drift velocity, and this can be used to measure the density of the electrons inside the samples. So this is the good thing about Hall effect. So many things are there, but taking into the consideration that you are student of basic electronics, so I will not be discussing them in more detail. So this is your, if you know what is the Hall voltage, this can be known to you, and Hall voltage you can measure from the experimental setup. So all other parameters are known to you. So you can find out the Hall coefficient. So Hall coefficient is equal to your concentration gradient into charge. So from there, if you know the Hall coefficient, then you can easily know the concentration. So many things are there that are associated with the Hall effect, but not needed at this stage. But you should get the idea if somebody asks you that if this is the semiconductor and you want to know the type of semiconductor, you want to know the mobility, what is the setup you're going to use. So Hall effect is the one. So you go through this. This gives you very good idea. And in the coming classes, we will be discussing about your numericals and all. So that's all for today.